Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Now, I don't want anyone to lose their marbles about today's show. I'm asking an honest question here, okay? And I mean this too. And I want your honest response, even if you disagree with what we're going to lay out for you, okay? So just stick with me here and don't lose your stuff. Question: would you agree that a mortgage loan originator or a government agency cannot be compliant with the Federal Equal Credit Opportunity Act, known as ECOA, when writing, underwriting, and funding a mortgage while simultaneously writing a silent second mortgage that has explicit language that discriminates on the basis of race? Would you agree with that? That would be illegal. Now, in case you disagree with that or you're uncertain, here's the Equal Credit Opportunity Act as it is written verbatim.
Because an applicant receives income from a public assistance program, or because an applicant has in good faith exercised any right under the Consumer Credit Protection Act.
Well, that pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? It doesn't leave a whole bunch of area for gray room. No wiggle room there, does it? Let's see what HUD has to say about this whole thing via fair housing.
The Fair Housing Act prohibits discrimination in housing because of race, color, national origin, religion, sex, including gender identity and sexual orientation, family status, and disability.
I think HUD and fair housing has this thing about as straightforward as you could possibly get, don't you? Well, in case we're still a little in the gray area here, what does the CFPB and the Fed Reserve have to say about discrimination when it comes to loan? They follow ECOA and Reg B in particular. So what does that say? Again, verbatim.
Prohibited practices. Regulation B contains two basic and comprehensive prohibitions against discriminatory lending practices. Section 202.4, a creditor shall not discriminate against an applicant on a prohibited basis regarding any aspect of a credit transaction. In addition, a bank may not use pre-screening tactics likely to discourage potential applicants on a prohibited basis. Instructions to loan officers or brokers to use scripts, rate quotes, or other means to discourage minority applicants from applying for credit are also prohibited.
I think we're getting the idea here, right? Under no circumstance whatsoever is it okay to discriminate, period. And I completely and totally 100% agree with that. That's why I find it very strange that the San Diego Housing Commission has piloted a program called BIPOC, BIPOC, that has a $20,000 deferred silent second, awesome, at a rate of 1.5%, even more awesome, with a possible additional $20,000 grant, awesome, for homes up to 1.25 million bucks. That's not necessarily low income now, is it? Now, this is for people with income up to 150% of the median area. Pretty awesome, pretty liberal. Great loan all around, don't you think? The loan, hence its namesake, BIPOC, is intended for only Black, Indigenous, and people of color. Now look, I get the goal, I get the objective, but how is this intellectually credible with all, and I mean all, of the laws that are written and in some cases rigorously enforced that says you cannot discriminate under any circumstance? How does this thing slide? I mean, my God, Reg B says a bank may not even use pre-screening tactics that might potentially even discourage an applicant from applying. What is more blatant pre-screening than the actual name of the program? And all I'm saying is, if this is what we're gonna do, let's just change the damn laws to reflect reality. That being, it's okay to discriminate some of the time. Now, you may think this program is just, warranted, and in the best interest of everybody, as it very well may be. However, it does not reflect any laws or regulations or guidelines that the mortgage industry so rigorously enforces. This program's broad acceptance is behavior that contradicts what the industry claims it believes or feels. It's a direct contradiction to our collective beliefs. That, by the way, is the definition of a hypocrite, verbatim, exactly as that is written. Loan officers, I want you to think about this. You need to have the 3 P's in your business. That is going to be processes, products, and pricing. They're going to dictate who wins in loans going forward. It's really just that simple. If you want to have a conversation about it, a discreet one, fill out the information down below and give us a buzz.